The funeral for Landon Solberg is getting underway right now. Landon was the 12-year-old boy whose story touched the entire community.
We followed his battle with brain cancer, seeing the highs and the lows, and the community wrapped itself around Landon and his family, creating Landon's light. Landon's friends and family, neighbors, and even those who never met him have gathered to say goodbye and remember his life. His funeral is underway at Shields Arena in South Fargo. One of Landon's close supporters is David Richmond, who is the men's basketball coach at NDSU. Richmond will be one of 3 to deliver a eulogy during the ceremony. He spoke with us earlier.
As much as we try to understand why this happened, you know, what can we take from this? What would Landon want his legacy to be? And that's the selfless person that he was, that he brought all of us together. A 12-year-old was way more mature than 98% of us adults.
Once again, you're looking at Landon Solberg's celebration of life underway at Shields Arena. Landon, of course, passed away after battling an aggressive form of brain cancer. Stay with us. We're going to go back for more coverage in about 20 minutes.
The loss of a firefighter in Detroit Lakes is being felt throughout the community. Over the weekend, Derek Simpson passed away. To help support his family, a few local businesses are stepping up. Staff at Brig Taps and Tastes have started a Fill the Boot campaign where visitors can drop off donations. Employees say firefighters take care of the community, and this is their way of showing that they care. Another Detroit Lakes business, The Nines, says anyone who donates money can get a discount at the store, in person or online.
Pretty nice first day of fall out there, whether you were working or just catching a breath of fresh air. Let's find out if the evening will be just as pleasant. Nathan is here with an 08 look at your Monday weather planner. Nathan?
Yeah, Mike, things are going to be quiet and dry for us for the rest of the first day of fall, which is good news, of course, for those folks in, say, Roseau County, where we do have a flood warning currently going until Friday at 1 o'clock. That's for the Roseau River at Roseau. It has already crested. It's expected to fall below flood stage as we go through the next few days. Now, near Halleck, along the Two Rivers River, that's expected to crest at 803 feet on Wednesday, which is about 1 foot above minor flood stage. And then just north of Grand Forks, plenty of rainfall up there. The Red River at Oslo is expected to crest at 28.5 feet on Wednesday. That's about 2 feet above minor flood stage. And then the Snake River at Alvarado, that's expected to crest at 107.5 feet on Monday, and that will then fall after the day today. And then also for our friends there in Stutsman County, the Pipestream Creek near Pingree, will crest at 12.2 feet Tuesday morning, and the current flood stage there is 11 feet, so that's about a foot above the flood stage. Big picture shows things are still dry, so good news for those folks, giving it a chance for them to dry out. But I'm checking some clouds on the increase and even a few showers out and about as well, which will affect mainly our northern counties tomorrow. Tonight, though, no problems. Get out and about and enjoy some mild temperatures, only down around 60 by 1 a.m. in Fargo and down to about 58 degrees in Grand Forks. But, of course, we'll talk about a cooler and much more fall-like forecast, Andrew and Mike, coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, thanks.
A Fargo man will find out in the next 90 days how long he'll be in jail. Christopher Devine pleaded guilty in the drunk driving crash that killed his son. Devine was charged with vehicular homicide and vehicular injury, both felonies. Police say he was going about 60 miles per hour on South University Drive last March with his children in the car. He crashed, sending his children to the hospital. Devine's 7-year-old son died several days later, and his 5-year-old son was seriously hurt. Devine had a blood alcohol level of more than 0.267 following the crash, more than double the legal limit.
A West Fargo man led police on a high-speed chase and crashed through an airport fence. Authorities tried pulling over 27-year-old Kevin Krashilski early Sunday morning in North Fargo, but he took off, at times going 100 miles an hour. Officers were then called out to Hector Airport, where someone crashed through the fence. Police found Krashilski at the Fargo Inn and Suites this morning. He's in the Cass County Jail and facing reckless endangerment and criminal trespass charges.
It feels like my house burnt down, but it didn't. Someone just was negligent.
A Fargo woman reached out to our whistleblower hotline after she says her apartment complex threw everything that was in her garage into the trash, adding the complex now refuses to fully compensate for all of her belongings.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the woman today who says she just wants justice for the belongings she will never be able to replace.
She had only officially lived here for a couple days, so most of her belongings were still in the garage. Or at least that's what she thought when she came down to move some things upstairs back in June.
And all of a sudden the whole garage was empty, even swept out. Like there wasn't even that cotton stuff and leaves. There wasn't nothing in there. And we're like, holy crud, we've been robbed.
Solsing and her roommate called police, who told the two it was probably a moving truck error. A scenario Solsing says she wishes would have been the case.
You feel like you lost everything. You feel like your world is just crumbling.
Her apartment later told her everything inside the garage had been thrown away, as they thought the owners of the items no longer lived there or they had been evicted.
I just lost it. I started bawling because there was so much in there I can't get back.
Solsing says the day before their items were thrown, management had emailed and called her to verify exactly which garage was hers. But Solsing didn't see or listen to those inquiries until it was already too late.
They never got a hold of me. I didn't get a notice, nothing. I had no idea that this was going to happen to me.
Among the items now sitting in the dump were Solsing's father's Vietnam uniforms, her grandmother's vanity, and several other family keepsakes and memorabilia.
I lost my dad's baby photos, and it's just been really tough to do this.
But with promise to be compensated, the two worked on a list of the multitude of items once inside.
Took us hours because then they want the price and then we're trying to get the brand name, and it's like, who knows all of their stuff in the garage? I mean, I literally had so much. I'm still thinking of stuff to this day that I didn't think of.
Solsing says she and her roommate were hoping for a settlement around $80,000 to $100,000. Instead, it came out to $8,685, an offer meant to be split between the two. $8,000 for their belongings and $685 to compensate a month's rent.
And I kind of thought, does my stuff mean anything to you? Does this situation mean anything to you? I don't feel like they're sorry. I think they want this just to go away and us to leave them alone.
But that's not an offer Solsing and her roommate are going to take, and say they now plan to head to court. In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
We did reach out to Goldmark. In a statement, they called it an unfortunate situation and said, quote, the residents put their belongings in a garage identified with a different number than what was stated on their lease, unquote. However, when we asked whose fault it was, the tenants had the wrong garage keys. We did not get a response. If you have a similar experience or need help solving a case or fraud or corruption with a landlord, boss, or government agency, let us know. Call our whistleblower hotline, 701-237-6576. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
Starting next month, Dilworth locals will no longer be able to park on the street for most of the day, twice a week. Come October 1st, every Tuesday and Wednesday, side street parking is banned from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Dilworth's city administrator says the change comes because the city is switching to curbside garbage and recycling, which people were in favor of. Many community members tell us they won't have room on their driveway for all their vehicles.
A lot of people already don't have driveways to park and have to park on the street, and there's single moms that are stuck with their kids.
The city administrator tells us the city is taking calls from people to help each individual circumstance come up with a solution. And certain commercial areas, like the elementary school and parks, will have exemptions. To read the list of exemptions, you can head to our website and click on this story.
Cleanup efforts continue in Grand Forks after weekend record-breaking amounts of rain. Many homeowners are having to rip out soggy carpets and other water-related damaged items. To help out, residents of Grand Forks and East Grand Forks can put the trash on the curb, then it's going to be hauled away. The Salvation Army is offering free cleanup kits to residents, and the Upper Red River Valley Community Organization is getting volunteers to help clean up flooded basements. Look for more on this cleanup effort tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10.
An Otter Tail County campaign aimed at saving lives on the road is now spreading across the state. It's called I Spy the Biker Guy. It works like other travel games. When kids and adults in the car see a motorcycle, they shout out, I spy the biker guy, and you win by seeing the most motorcycles first. To help get word out about the game, Otter Tail County Public Health gave out these posters at local schools and restaurants. Staff say the game is important because, on average, at least one motorcyclist is killed every year in Otter Tail County. So far this year, 39 bikers have died across Minnesota.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, a Minnesota doctor's unique approach to reach kids about the dangers of vaping.
And today's almanac shows we were about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Average high 67. Fargo was at 76 degrees. Now the warm temperature is not looking like it'll hang out very long. I'll break down how cool it gets and when coming up.